must say it's been a very interesting opportunity to work with you over the past few days. I think the students and myself for sure really enjoyed it. How do you see this benefiting your Mas camp in terms of having these students come in and work with you and in terms of the mentorship?
I think more than benefiting the Mas camp, I see benefiting the Mas, and I see benefiting the nation, I see benefiting the youth, because if we can get the youth involved into the Mas and understand what the street theatre, what the Mas is all about, that is where, that's when it's paid off. So I think that's what is really important, how it pays back to them and to society and other youth. And hopefully, yes, as a Mas camp, to the people seeing them involved here, will figure it's an opportunity for more youth to get involved in this type of Mas and this kind of Mas. So that's what I'm hoping the payoffs are going to be.
You said this kind of Mas. How do you see your Mas camp as being different from other Mas camps? What do you think you do differently, and what do you try to do differently from other Mas camps?
All right, you look a lot younger than me, and I'm sure you're a lot younger than me. As a small boy growing up, and of course researching Mas for many years ago, when you had people like George Bailey and Stephen Leon and Raoul Garib and the old man Hart, Edward Hart, and many of these other forerunners, Saldina, Peter Minchell, Wayne Barkley, those days Mas was all about telling a story about us as a people, where we came from, or historically, or globally, or socially, politically, environmentally. But there was a storyline in the Mas, just as it was in the Calypso. And that in both areas have sort of changed. The Calypso has become soca, wonderful, fast tempo beats, but the lyrics are not very much, they don't have very much content to it. And even this year, I think they have fabulous rhythms and fabulous pieces of music. But when you start listening to the lyrics, very few of them really tell you a story or really hold you and connect you to something that is grounded. And it's the same with the costuming. Most of the bands have become these street party bands, which are beads, bikinis, and feathers. And you, I'm sure, can't tell me the difference of one from the next over the last 10 years. And many people don't even know the name of the section they play. They'll tell you it's the red and white or the green and blue, whatever the case may be. So it's very meaningless, it's very senseless, it's very empty, and it has no depth to it whatsoever. What I've been doing is still kind of continue the tradition of street theatre and storytelling in the Mas, and taking topics that are current or relevant and putting it into art, which is able to really touch people, shock people, or sensitize them through an artistic form of issues that need to be dealt with. Yeah. So in the years when I did Earth Cries of Despair, Wings of Hope, which was the year that Al Gore had won the World Peace Prize for talking about global warming. It's the same year that I was talking about what was happening with the Earth and so forth, and it brings focus. And actually that year, we got a letter from the United Nations head office, because remember, they saw what we were doing, and they joined with us, with allowed us to use the UN's logo on the t-shirts and the banners, which I've never done in life before. So they saw the worth of using art to speak about an issue and to bring focus on an issue. And we got a letter afterwards asking us to actually bring the band and perform on the Plaza of the United Nations in New York, because they thought it would really, retain in people's brains something in art form. It didn't happen because of the finances and the government and whatnot. But it just shows that people are watching what we're doing, and there's a lot of positivity can come out of it. But sadly, a lot of it has just gone to street parties, which is the beads and bikinis, which to me doesn't say much for us as a people in the country. And that's all well and good because people are having a good time. But I just want to dig deeper than that and be a little more meaningful than just the beads and bikinis.
So, in a way of digging deeper, for example, you see that including these students and letting them be a part of it is a part of you digging deeper and trying to find more worth in the Mas.
Of course, because when I'm gone, hopefully the other people are going to be continuing it. Hopefully we just don't all go to one side of beads and bikinis. And as I say, there's nothing wrong with the beads and bikinis, but there needs to be that balance. Where's the art form? Where's the theatre? Where's the storytelling? Where's the culture that was born of us? Where is that? So if you can get a youth involved in it. Last year I remember telling the Minister of Culture, when he came to the visit here at Carnival time, I said, Minister, this $2 million for one artist, why don't you all consider instead maybe taking that and breaking up in other areas? Just imagine if they were giving a prize to all the traditional characters of $100,000. $100,000 for the best Blue Devil, best Dan Lorraine, best Midnight Robber. I am sure many of the students in the Creative Arts Department will be going out and making a fabulous Midnight Robber or a fabulous Fancy Sailor, because they may spend $20,000 or $30,000 and they put in $60,000 or $70,000 in their pocket to help with the schooling. Right? And what they're doing at the same time is you're extending the life of the art form and continuing it for ourselves and for other countries and other people who come to visit us. And that to me is far more important than just giving music to one person who's going to stand up and sing about rum or soca or whatever the case may be, right? But those are the ways I think we need to tap in and keep the art form alive, you know, and make it interesting at the same time.
You've made some linkages with some students over the last few days. How would they continue in terms of helping you put forward your presentation, and what role do you see these students playing in terms of your presentation this year?
Okay, there are a number of things there. First of all, I now consider that they're family of the MacFarlane camp, because everybody who works here, you can see, is a big camaraderie between all of us, and we call each other, and we call the band. When we get on the trucks on the day, all the DJs start talking in the brass, so everybody starts talking about Tony Prescott. So the MacFarlane family together once again. We're our family, and we come together every year, and new members come each year. So I consider them family to us now. Their signatures are embedded in the stone in front of the house, in front of the Mas camp. And this is very much theirs as it's ours, so they're free to come and be part of making Mas. They can even get some pocket change because we pay by the piece, so they can come and work on free time and do Mas and get involved in it. As far as the production on the street, I've been talking to one of your people, Kieran, of how we can involve them to maybe even do Mas that they create, interpreting a section or part of the band, that they can also be on the street and the presentation with us on Carnival days. So there's scope to continue. Yeah?
There's a lot of scope to continue and really make this a worldwide experience.
And hopefully this group gets even bigger. Exactly.
Well, yeah,
so they get recognition out of it too, and then they grow with it as well. Yeah?
Well, hopefully that now that students have seen the benefit of coming and working with you and being part of any project that you have, the numbers may double or even triple in the future.
Which is great.
So thank you very much.
Most welcome. Thank you all very much for being part of it.
Thanks.